Hello, this is Sheraz speaking, and this is Anime Matters. So today I'll be reviewing Kaguya Sama Love is War Ultra Romantic, Season 3, Episode 1 of the anime series. This was an amazing epic episode of comedy hijinks. It is pretty much 3 chapters in one episode, somewhat after the Ishigami tragic arc. So what we had was from the beginning of the episode was Miko Ino pretty much listening to quite horrible music. Well, really from Ishigami's standpoint, and quite embarrassing moment it would have been, as she's not plugged in her headphones in properly into her phone. Ishigami can unfortunately hear it all. So would you know it, Ishigami is actually protecting Miko from embarrassment? Well, it's not the first time he's done that. You could almost say sometimes Ishigami is a noble knight or a noble prince. The more Miko Ino listens to, the more worse the music gets for Ishigami's standpoint. From like raindrops to camel noises to drills, and it gets even worse because what happens is she ends up listening to some creepy male idols giving positive vibes. Yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense. Unfortunately for Ishigami, the rest of the student council members have arrived as well. This ends up leading for Ishigami to do probably one of the most noble things to do. He pulls out his headphones so that everyone can hear his embarrassing music. It's very otaku-ish. Unfortunately for Ishigami, despite degrading himself, unfortunately Miko ends up playing the music anyway. And the rest of the student council members can hear her embarrassing music. The second part of the episode focused on Kaguya and Miyuki, as well as Kaguya's maid, Hayasaka, where it was basically Kaguya looking into Miyuki's messages through Line App that was sent to her. Line App is basically like WhatsApp. I have no idea if Line App actually exists. I mean, I'm from the UK and we use WhatsApp. Anyway, the thing is, Kaguya has a brand new phone. This is the first time she has a smartphone, as before she had that flip phone that broke from the previous episodes. Well, I actually mean from the last season. Anyway, Kaguya refuses to reply to Miyuki, and Miyuki does end up realizing, hey, you're looking at my messages and yet you're not replying back to me. And of course, Hayasaka knows that Miyuki has seen her messages, and probably knows that Miyuki knows that she has seen her messages as well too. So Hayasaka makes a lie, basically saying you have to message Miyuki first and then the rest of her friends, as he was the first one to reply to her. And that's basically how Line App works, which is obviously a lie. That's not even how WhatsApp works. You could say that Hayasaka breathes in truth and breathes out lies. I really like that part. It was really hilarious. Anyway, Miyuki does find out about this. And then what happens is he sends a voice call to her and says, hey, I know exactly what you were doing. And now you are being exposed. And I is really great at this. You know, she makes a whole bunch of funny noises. She's got very good sound bites, I'd say. Fortunately, she thinks of a really good idea by saying, hey, you know, we, part of the Kaguya's maid service and staff, look through her social media. Now, the last chapter is pretty much the best chapter out of all 3 of the ones that were aired on the anime. So basically, Ishigami is struggling to carry some boxes, and Chika Fujiwara is basically saying, hey, you're a man, you should be stronger than this. And they start arguing about strength and stuff, and then all of a sudden, Fujiwara calls over Miko and then challenges her to an arm wrestling contest. And Fujiwara basically kills Miko's hand really badly. Poor old Miko Ino, she was not even prepared for it. and Chika pretty much hurt her poor old hand. I felt sorry for Miko. Fujiwara then starts telling Ishigami, hey, I do all this kind of exercises. I've never had a cavity in my life. I challenge you, Ishigami, to an arm wrestling contest. Ishigami accepts the challenge. Fujiwara proposes a tournament between all of the members of the student council, well, except for Miko. I felt bad for her getting hurt, but she ends up becoming the referee for this tournament. So the first semi-final match is between Yui Ishigami against Kaguya Shinomiya. Kaguya is actually left-handed and proposes that she will use her left hand as it's the stronger hand. Ishigami accepts, but then he realizes how strong her hand really is. Because this is Kaguya's stronger hand. And boy, it really shows. It's as strong as a rock. In fact, as Ishigami was saying, as strong as a rock, we ended up hearing a cover version of We Will Rock You by Queen, which I thought was quite hilarious. Oh, if only Ishigami used his right hand, he might have had stood a chance. Fujiwara then gives Ishigami a banner to put on himself that said weakling. I did feel bad for Ishigami in a way, but you know, I guess he was a bit too cocky during the beginning of the arm wrestling match, and he had what was coming to him, unfortunately. So in the second semi-final match, it was Fujiwara versus Miyuki, and when they start off, it's like Dragon Ball Z, you know, you got the ki energy flying around. They look like they both turned Super Saiyan. I really like that bit. But then what it is Kaguya has realized that Fujiwara has been taking the advantage by using leverage by the way they've been holding their hands together. Now she's been caught by Ishigami, and Ishigami is having none of it. Like how they did a copy of Ai Hayasuka's one, but with Fujiwara this time, where she's breathing in the rules and then she's breathing out the cheat. So once they change hand positions to the proper right way, Miyuki easily beats Fujiwara. Fujiwara then has to wear the exact same banner as Ishigami. Poor Fujiwara, I feel really bad for her, but she kind of deserved it. Ha ha ha. So it's the final. It's Miyuki versus Kaguya. Who's gonna win? This arm wrestling match goes so powerful. It's who's gonna win? They're both giving their all. Well, actually, none of them are giving their all. I mean, they're just so glad they both get to hold hands with each other. So they both prolonged the match. However, unfortunately, Kaguya's hand started to sweat, and that becomes a knee-jerk reaction to slam down Miyuki's hand and claim the victory of Muscle Queen. Well, that's what all the council members called her. Heck, even Miyuki did. And Kaguya does not like this. But heck, she won in the end. She got to hold Miyuki's hand for a long time, and Miyuki also won, as he got to hold Kaguya's hand. Also, towards the end of the episode, it looks like there's a third and fourth place match against Ishigami and Fujiwara, finally. And after the credits, the winner was, of course, Ishigami. I'm sure Ishigami must have been really proud of himself after that. But poor Fujiwara, she had it coming. I really like how they directed this episode. It felt much more like a cartoon should. I really love the manga, but when it's in anime form, it feels so much more lively. I like how when Ishigami visualized that there was an actual camel inside the student council room, there's a lot of laughs. Ai is amazing as always, because I really love Hayasuka when it comes to her non-stop lying and deadpan stuff. Opening theme was great. It's good to see Masayuki Suzuki a return. Anyway, thanks for watching this video and listening to this review of Kaguya Sama Love is War Ultra Romantic episode 1. Please like and subscribe, and feel free to comment as well. I don't mind. So peace out and take care, because anime matters.